Now, third paragraph. Baba Saheb was elected to the Bombay Legislative Assembly. Okay. Baba Saheb was elected to the Bombay Legislative Assembly, okay, under the Constitution of India Act 1935. So let us see what does this third paragraph says. It says that Baba Saheb Ambedkar, that is Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, was elected to the Bombay Legislative Assembly in the election under the Constitution of India Act of 1935. So it says that he was elected to the Bombay Legislative Assembly under the Bombay Presidency at that time. Okay. So you know that there were 3 presidencies. So he was elected to the Bombay Presidency. So when he was elected here in the Legislative Assembly on the basis of the Constitution of India Act of 1935. And you also know that in the previous paragraph, you know that he had studied so many books and he had a thirst for the knowledge. And he had, that means his mind was filled with several ideas. And he felt that, okay, this is the right platform for him to make himself available to the huge generation for betterment of the society. That means after he became the member of the Legislative Assembly, okay, he had contributed, that means he had effectively contributed to the debates in the Assembly, okay, on variety of subjects. That means, as I told just now, that he had a varied knowledge, okay, he had several ideas regarding the things about the society. So, since he had several ideas regarding the various things about the society, he thought this is the right platform and he has to make use of this house and do something for the huge generation, that is for the betterment of the society. Okay. So then, I think you all understood. He was elected to the Bombay Legislative Assembly under the Government of India Act of 1935 and he made an effective contribution to the debates in the assembly. That means he had discussed on the various aspects. Since he had knowledge on the various aspects of the society, so the issues that were arised in the assembly, he had contributed by giving his ideas, okay, and suggesting the ideas and solving those things. So he felt this is the right platform for his thoughts and he made use of that Legislative Assembly for the betterment of the society. Next, his flair for legislative work became evident to the whole nation. So his flair means talent, okay, flair means talent, aptitude, okay. Okay, otherwise you can say that yes, level of understanding, okay. So his views, his thoughts were so enormous that he had played a very important role on the debates that were conducted in the assembly, and his flair, that means he had become so popular that, okay, the legislature, that he became evident, that means he came to be known to the whole nation. That is, he participated on the various issues and he contributed to the debates in the assembly. So this had this aptitude, this talent of the legislative work, for the legislative work became evident, that means came to be known to the whole nation. Okay, his flair for legislative work became evident to the whole nation. That means his talents, his ability, Okay, his work in the legislative assembly was became evident. It means came to be known to the whole world. I think you all understood. Third paragraph says that he was appointed as a member of the Legislative Assembly under the Constitution of Government of India Act in 1935, and since he had a knowledge about the various concepts and also the issues of the society, and he thought that this is the right platform for him to play an important role, and he contributed in the debates of the assembly, and thus he became well known. That means he came to the world, that means he came to be known to the whole nation. So that is the gist of the third paragraph. Fourth paragraph is like this. Soon the Constituent Assembly of India afforded Dr. Ambedkar the opportunity to give the most notable and permanent shape to his social philosophy and to his undying faith in the dignity of human being. Baba Saheb was not in the Congress, but it must be said to the credit of his farsightedness and objective leadership of the Indian National Congress that it requested Dr. Ambedkar to serve on the drafting committee of the Constituent Assembly and made him its chairman. Okay, so now first 3 lines we will see. It says that soon the Constituent Assembly of India afforded Dr. Ambedkar the opportunity to give the most notable and the permanent shape to his social philosophy. So what does it mean? As you all know that he is a very talented person who had a wide knowledge, and he was impressed. That means the members of the Constituent Assembly, soon the Constituent Assembly of India, that means the members of the Constituent Assembly were so much impressed with Dr. Ambedkar that they had provided him an opportunity. They gave him the opportunity to give the most notable. That means they gave him an opportunity to exhibit his most notable and permanent shape to his social philosophy. That means they gave an opportunity to show his, that means exhibit his philosophies. That means philosophy, that means he had the philosophy of the dignity of a human being. That means he wanted to treat everyone equally. He doesn't want to establish any society on the basis of caste or a creed. So after observing his ideas and after observing his talent, members of the Constituent Assembly offered, that means they provided him an opportunity to give the most notable and permanent shape of his philosophical ideas. That means they provided him an opportunity to exhibit his philosophies, that is ideas. Okay, they gave him an opportunity for him to give to the society his social ideas and philosophical ideas. That is, he wanted to give the respect to each human being that they deserve. So that is the meaning of the first 3 lines. That means after observing his talent, that is the members of the Constituent Assembly, they provided him an opportunity. Okay, they gave him an opportunity to make the most notable and permanent shape to his undying faith in the dignity of human being. Okay, so they have entrusted a responsibility on this man so that he will do something for the sake of the better future. Okay, so I think you all understood. After observing his ability, okay, the members of the Constituent Assembly entrusted him the responsibility, that is they had a hope that he will make the better society. That means he will make, if they trust him, he will do something for the betterment of the society. So next line, Baba Saheb was not in the Congress, but it must be said to the credit of his farsightedness and the objective leadership of the Indian National Congress that it requested Dr. Ambedkar to serve to the drafting committee. So what does this line says? That he was not in the Congress. Okay, he was not in the Congress party, and but it must be set to the credit of his farsightedness. What is farsightedness? He had a vision of the future India. Okay, so as he was deeply involved, that means in the development of the society, so the members of the Constituent Assembly, they felt that, okay, so this person should be given an opportunity, that means to participate in the Constituent Assembly. So they thought that he should be involved, okay, in the Congress party, and because of his far-sightedness, that is for his future India. So what did they do? So they requested, that means they requested Ambedkar to serve on the drafting committee. That means the members of the Constituent Assembly, observing his foresighted, that means his vision for the future India, they requested him, okay, and also observing his objective for the Indian National Congress, that means understanding his interest for the Indian National Congress, they requested Dr. Ambedkar to serve on the drafting committee, that means to become the chairman of the drafting committee of the Constituent Assembly, and they made him a chairman. I think you all understood this paragraph. Okay, so after he was observed about his talent and ability, okay, and they thought that he should be given an opportunity to exhibit his philosophical idea, that is about the social philosophy, that he wanted to establish a society on the classless. Okay, so even though he was not in the Congress, okay, the members of the Constituent Assembly, they requested him to serve as the chairman of the drafting committee, and they made him as a chairman. Okay.